I look extremely rough. And I also sound a little bit like what death would sound like. My knees are creaking. How old am I? I have been sick for a week, so I'm deep cleaning my apartment and making chicken soup. And we'll talk later. I'm gonna open up all my windows, wash my bed because that just feels cleansing. I'm gonna rewatch a show because what else would I do? Am I in a Vampire Diaries mood? I think I am. Oh, my ear's ringing. I love it. I'm gonna make chicken soup because I'm sick and I have a new pot, so hold on. Is this not so cute? It's beautiful. I haven't had a big pot that's big. Am I losing my voice more? No, I just haven't spoken in like 5 days, so this is how I've sounded, but this is actually better than it was. I want that to stop because it's so loud. And that, like, both of you, please. I'm going to make chicken soup. It's my mom's recipe, but I'm gonna explain and chat while I get the ingredients out. And then when I have to think and actually like make everything, I'll shut up and we'll montage.
Little intermish to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy to get started by choosing from one of the many templates designed for every category that allows you to customize the look and add in your own content. You do also have the option to design your own template, and this is my website that houses everything relating to my personal brand. A goal of mine is to eventually launch my own online store, and Squarespace already has that feature available to me when I'm ready. So you can sell your products in an online store, whether they're physical, digital, or service products. And speaking of service products, they also have a built-in scheduling feature that lets you create and accept appointments through your website. Scheduling function has everything needed to manage your schedule, accept payments, send auto reminders, and showcase your services. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sienna Mirabella to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna faint. That's fun. Ugh, I need a Mario Batali towel. You know how I've been having an issue with vlogging, so I'll vlog a little bit and then I'll scrap it, I'll vlog more, and then I get confused about the timelines of even my own life. A reoccurring thing that's been happening is that I talk about things in my vlogs, but then they don't go in the vlog, so I have no idea what I've spoken about. But something that I've been cutting out that is a huge thing that's going on in my life and why I've been like MIA, I've been having severe nosebleeds every single day, and now they've increased in frequency to 2 to 3 times a day, and it has become so terrible because I also have a thing where with blood I can see it on TV, like sometimes I can see it on myself, but something in my brain switches sometimes when I see blood and I'll faint. So it's been a really rocky journey, and it's terrifying leaving my house because if I get a nosebleed, it's messy. I don't want to faint in public. So it's been a whole thing. I went to the doctor and he was like, well, maybe it's the dry air. And I was like, girl, sir, blah, blah, blah. And then he implied that I did drugs, and I'm like, I want to strangle you. I don't care about lying to a doctor. I need not this cutting board. Good old fashioned ugly boy. But anyway, I don't like touching chicken. Ew. So I went to a doctor. He was horrible and he did not help with my nosebleed thing. And I told him I've never had nosebleeds a day in my life, but all of a sudden I get nosebleeds every single day and it's spooky. And he's like, well, maybe it's the dry air. Bitch, I don't let this house get under 60% humidity, and if I'm outside, I've never had nosebleeds because of dry air. Make it make sense, old man. Actually, he was a young man, and he thought I was hitting on him because then he made a point to mention his wife, and I'm like, I saw the wedding ring, and I also don't care. You're ugly. Ugh. And he was like, well, if it's too bad, just go to the ER and get it cauterized. And I'm like, I did that in Red Dead for Arthur's bullet wound, where he burns the wound, and that hurt. So if that's the same thing, what? But that was the 1890s. I looked it up. Cauterizing is with an electrical current. You're basically burning your body back together. So I was like, oh great, so just the ER? If it's too much, I'd like to know why this is happening because I've never had this happen in my life. He didn't help me. Then 2 weeks go by and I'm like, this is terrible. I need to go to the doctor again. I go to the doctor again and the guy's like, yeah, you ruptured a blood vessel, I'm sure. So I'm sending you to a specialist. And then I call to make that appointment and they're like, yeah, we don't have anything till June. I am profusely bleeding out of my nose every day, like 4 times a day. And it's kind of hard to live. So if you could like throw me a bone, put me on a cancellation list, that would be like super cool and super chill. But if I want to ever leave my house again, I need to go to the ER. And you know, that's what happened last time when I had a kidney infection. I had to go to the ER. It's a long story, but when I had my kidney infection, that was over a long period of time that I was having issues and nobody helped me with anything until I was profusely vomiting where I couldn't speak without vomiting. So I had to drive myself to the ER. I was in the hospital for 5 days with a kidney infection and it injured my kidney. So bottom line, I have to go figure out what's wrong with me by going to the ER. Does seem like I could have ruptured the blood vessel because of high blood pressure because I have scarily high blood pressure for my age because I'm constantly under stress. I don't want to talk about it. That could be the reason that the blood vessel ruptured and now this hoe is just, I need to get her cinched up before I want to live life again. But then this is happening and I'm getting sick right now, so it's like I want to die a little bit. It's been going on since January and I've talked about it in vlogs, but I've never put it in because I'm like, nobody cares. But like, it's a big part of my life right now, so I'm gonna make chicken noodle soup. I'm gonna watch Vampire Diaries while I do this, which is funny, blood, but no, this makes me faint. I love it, that's fun. I love life, it's fun. What was I doing? Set my timer for 7 minutes.
You were outside. Excuses, I've... It's your phone. Selena.
Okay, yeah, that thought I was going crazy. Catherine's whole life. It was some...
I feel like shit, but the chicken noodle soup tastes so good. I'm gonna have some and then do some editing and watch Vampire Diaries. Finally bit the bullet and decided to start editing on my laptop because I keep everything on a hard drive anyway. I like editing on a desktop, but it's uncomfortable to sit at a desk for hours and hours, and I'd rather watch Vampire Diaries while doing it. So that's what I'm gonna do while I eat my soup. I'm gonna sit on the couch, watch Vampire Diaries, and do some editing. I look about as messy as this room is. This is my Monica closet. You know, if you watch Friends, clean girly. But that one closet that she had locked and then Chandler got into it. This is my Monica closet, and it's not even the worst that it's been. But look, I can't. And we have gone through this and organized this, but the problem is I haven't done the Depop that I need to do. If I get rid of the Depop and start selling it, then we have so much more space. We can actually fill those bins and organize things. That has to go away. If you've watched my vlog, you know. This has to go. But for now, I've just put a bunch of shit on it. This is supposed to be my office, the most productive place. I edit in here, I do everything on my desktop. I don't wanna be in this messy surrounding. It makes me feel terrible. I don't feel productive. I feel like my life is not together. I think that I just really wanna get the surface area clutter put away because I know I can't really clean this room to its fullest potential. That's a project, that's many days, but I can get rid of kind of the clutter for now that's out. And like the main thing that I want to do is at least go through this. I started getting PR for books. Those are mine, but those are PR that I've gotten and they're not on my bookshelf. I never really pay attention because they're over here. So I need to go through and put books in a better place. I have a full bookshelf in my living room, but I need a better system. So let's first kind of just take care of this for now. Okay, I'm thinking that I put these in here, but do you see there's no room? But I need to hide them, I really do. So we're gonna make it work, sort of, okay? You guys are gonna stay hidden in here. That's definitely not gonna work, but it will work for now. When Anne hath a way, Anne hath a will. Having a crazy idea, but what if we just
put the books here and use this like a bookshelf until I get rid of it, because that just makes, that looks cleaner to me. We're using this as a bookshelf until I declutter my books and until I get rid of this bookshelf. Then I'll figure out other ways to store books, because obviously I'm gonna have more books than my bookshelf in my living room. So I mean, maybe I could do like different other shelves on my walls, like throughout my house, to put all the extra books that aren't in my living room. I think that might be cute, because I like the idea of books being everywhere in my apartment. So if I put them on shelves, kind of like sporadic throughout my apartment, I think that might be a cute idea. I don't know. Speaking of books though, I have been reading more again, which love that for me. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, I'm always updating the books that I'm reading on there, and then I also rate them on there. But I want to talk about books more on my YouTube channel because I fucking love reading. You bitches know, you miss the book videos. Those never got anybody really watching them, but the core people who love the book videos, I want to start doing that again. And it's also like an accountability thing for me to actually read books and then remember what I read, because if you ask me what my last romance book was about that I rated 5 stars, I don't know. It's about a cowboy, he's a bull rider, she's in PR, I think. She lived on his ranch with him. It was a good book. So I want to remember the books more. So I want to talk about them. And then also along with that, probably 3 years ago, I actually don't even know, but I had gotten the, is it ACOTAR? Is that what they call the series? Whatever. I got the first book in that, never read it, but everyone loves it. I'm just not that much of a fantasy girly. Like, I love my supernatural stuff like Vampire Diaries, but vampires pretty much are as far as I go. But everyone loves that book, and I really loved the Hush Hush series, which was absolutely fantasy. And I read that when I was like 19 in my studio apartment, and I love that. So I'm thinking, if everyone loves this series, I want to read it. And also, super fun and super cool idea, I've seen Steph and like so many other people do those 24-hour reading challenges, and like they vlog the whole thing. And then I saw Tara do one with her best friend, and they swapped, and Tara read the ACOTAR series and she loved it. And that was just a really fun video. That was really cute. It's gonna be just me because I do everything solo, but I would love to do like a 24-hour reading vlog. I stay up as much as I can and I read for 24 hours, and we get snacks and we make it cute and we talk about books. I think that would be so fun, and I think I should do that with the ACOTAR series because I'll buy the rest of those books. Like, what do you think? Do we love that idea? Is that like so boring? Shut up, Sienna. I don't know. Let's chat in the comments. I'm gonna end this video here because I want to be done with the sick era. I want to be done with this. I want to start fresh in my next vlog. I want us to be healthy again. I still gotta go get my nose cauterized, whatever. But we're gonna end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.